Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to League 1, Season 17, Week 5. Tonight, excuse me, tonight we have a doubleheader for you. Syracuse at Miami, followed by Navy at Temple. Quick look at the Miami Hurricanes with the head coach, Syracuse Orange, Coach Spectre.
Hello, sports fans. Coach Spectre here, the head coach of the Syracuse Orange. We are ranked number 2 coming into this game at 4-0, having navigated 3 user games in addition to a road trip to Tuscaloosa. Now, today, we face a road trip to the Orange Bowl in Miami. The Orangemen will face off against the Hurricanes, led by senior quarterback Brian Ross, who's a 99, backed up by John West, who's a 95. A couple of 91 halfbacks that so far have not been thoroughly involved. Question marks there as to why that is so. A 94 fullback rounding out a triple header up a backfield. Wide receiver Chris Robinson possibly leading the nation with 156 yards per game with an 18-yard per reception average, just exploding on people. Chris Robinson, the man to watch for in the wide receiver core. No one else very much involved other than the tight end, Jeremy Gonzalez, who's a 93. The offensive line, solid across the board. Maurice Coley's an 88. Andrew Weiss, the left guard, is a 94. Tyrone Baker's out with an injury, but his backup, David Brown's even better, as an 86 sophomore guard playing center. An 87 senior guard at right guard. And an 88 sophomore right tackle, rounding out a very solid offensive line. Defensively, left end Nick Woods is the linchpin of the defensive line, along with the 2 D tackles. John Mills rounds out the DN core. Those 2 D tackles, Harvey Neal and Richard Harper, a 94 and a 91, both very thick in the middle, although not thick of weight. They're both about 280. Jim Cox, the junior left outside linebacker, is an 84. The middle linebacker, stellar, Derek Hughes. Nicholson, in fact, will be playing right. The injury to Eric Hart bumps them up by 12 points at the position, gives them a linebacking core of 84, 94, and 90. Cornerbacks, led by Travis Winston, a 93. Turner, Tate, and Ross rounded out. And Nick Weiss, the free safety, a stellar strong safety, and Davita Paris, impact player 94, number 31, one to watch for on the defense. Special teams, solid if unspectacular, and that rounds out a very talented Miami team who had 2 upset losses to start the season before winning last week. We'll see which Hurricanes team we get. They are well coached. Mark Richt has an excellent coaching staff in place. All of these players will probably be up by about 3 points in game, making them a deadly roster on the road, regardless of record. We hope to get out of here with a victory by any means necessary. We're going to turn it over to the voice of Syracuse football, Coach Ninja, Six Gun Ninja, bringing you the play-by-play here tonight for this first game of the doubleheader.
All right, thank you, Coach. An orange team versus the orange team. Number 1 rush defense in the country, but Miami, not a fan of the rush. They like the pass, and we'll see what Syracuse can do against that. They've got a great running game of their own, 29th in the country.
in the studio, I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Syracuse has looked almost unbeatable the last few
I know of the Miami chain.
played the way they knew they could before the season started. You know how this game is. You're only as good as your last one. So they're going to have to prove it on the field again today. We've done all we can do here. Time to tee it up. Let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for the call. David and I will be with you at halftime.
Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, one half a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the fucking difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now, I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen.
Spanning more than 15 successful seasons and covering the country from Florida, North Carolina, Iowa, Ohio, Oklahoma, California, and Virginia, this is League One NCAA football.
Fran Tarkenton with a great looping run for 12 yards on first down.
This guy's amazing. He has an uncanny ability to scramble, and it showed right there on that play.
From their own 24-yard line. First down.
2 halfbacks, no tight ends. Tarkenton keeps it, pitches it. Secondary closes on Newhouse, who gets 5.
From their own 30-yard line. It's second down.
Second down, third play of the game, and we've got a backup quarterback. It's a handoff to Biner. He's got a gap. He rumbles forward for 7.
They'll get a first down there on the play with the run from the tailback.
Good running and a strong push to get into the second level of that defense.
First and 10. Ball on the 36.
Tarkenton keeps it and is
He tackles him for a loss.
taken down for a loss. He loses a yard as there were 2 defenders on him, preventing his escape.
Made a nice tackle.
From their own 36-yard line. Second down.
Halfback out of the backfield on the angle, and it's off target. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
And you aim the football instead of just getting back in rhythm, stepping, and throwing. That time he aimed the ball, and it was incomplete.
3rd and 11 here. Ball on the 36-yard line. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. Now he tries to buy some time. Runs with it, and he's got room. And he has another.
Tarkenton gets it all back.
7-yard line.
The defense doesn't
Scramble for 1st down on 3rd.
They might need to change up some of their scheme.
From their own 47-yard line. It's 1st down.
Tarkenton keeps it. He's got great blocking this time, and he gets 7. Memphis looks like the real deal. Shotgun split big. Quarterback keeper, great blocking. He gets outside in the 1st down, but the secondary closes.
It's the 9th play of the drive. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Quick throw out to the receiver.
Allworth on the 5-yard drag, and he adds 7 to it by running between defenders.
This is the 11th play of the current drive. He's scrambling. Now he's going to run and watch out. Got the corner. He goes out of bounds at the 6-yard.
Big 17-yard scramble on 1st down when everybody was covered.
These guys are on a drive. This offense has just found a perfect rhythm, and the defense just hasn't been able to figure out a way to disrupt it.
goal from the 5 and looking to cap this off with a touchdown.
Biner takes the handoff and gets a good fall forward for 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 2 now.
This is the 13th play of this drive.
Another handoff to Biner. They say no progress on this one, though it looks like he got maybe half a yard.
This is a very important play for both teams. It's 3rd and goal from the 2. Touchdown, Syracuse. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Fontenot takes a knee. Miami starting on their own 25. Only 1:10 remaining in the quarter. Syracuse took up most of the quarter on that drive.
So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today.
Quarterback hit as he throws, but he hits the corner route to Keller, taken down by the second man after 28 yards. And Miami goes no huddle. Diving defender forces the throw away.
From the 47-yard line, it's 2nd down.
And another throwaway by Brian Ross. It's going to be 3rd and long now.
If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
And Brooks finally comes through on the sack. It's going to be 4th and 17, and that was one good play. And then 3 incompletions. 2 incompletions and a sack, I should say. And the Hurricanes punt on 4th and 17. Kraus moves away from it, and it bounces into the end zone. It's been 39 seconds since Syracuse had the ball. They're on their own 20. Anderson comes in motion. Darkington keeps it, and there's nowhere to go. He loses 3.
Syracuse got a guy behind center that can really do it all, Herbie. I mean, he's a dual threat. He can hurt you with his feet and his arm. With this guy, it's PYP. Pick your poison. From their own 17-yard line. Second down. In the shotgun and 5 wideouts. Throws it, and it's
Derek Hughes gets a hand on it.
You're right. Great job here by the defender playing the ball, keeping his balance, and getting in the way of that pass.
Syracuse up 7 points.
Tarkin out of the pocket. And he's hit, and it's incomplete. That's a 3 and out for the Miami defense as we go to the second quarter.
First quarter. The Orange lead 7-0. And we welcome you back to the action here. Just about set to start the second quarter. No, the return man. Gets it away. It's low.
Fontenot underneath it,
They'll bring him down.
and he moves it to about the 42. Excellent field position here for Miami after trading punts.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. And he throws it away.
Brooks decks the pass blocking halfback, and it scares Brian Ross into throwing it away.
Excellent pressure on that play.
From the 41-yard line. Second down. Under heavy pressure. Throws and it's incomplete.
You got to give the receiver a chance to make the play. That was just underthrown.
Third and long. Once again. Ross has time in the pocket. He goes up into coverage, and it's deflected and incomplete. And Miami's going to put a very long field goal unit on the field.
Fourth down. They'll line it up for a very long field goal attempt. Kicks up. And this is no good. He didn't have the leg for it.
He was short and off target,
Short, and they're going to have a chance to return.
and he returned it to about the 23.
Let's throw it out to Reese now for his
Interesting decision there by Syracuse to return it rather than take it on the 41. They lost 20 yards.
First and 10. Ball on their own 21. Syracuse is up by a touchdown.
4 yards to the outside. Biner with a handoff, he gets 2 yards.
Gains a couple of yards on the carry. So it's third down now, and they're going to need about 4.
Tarkington has space and scrambles, and he goes up to Allworth after he bounces off the sideline. It's 25 yards.
47. From the 47-yard line. First down.
Clipper Anderson on the slant from the slot gets 10 yards.
From the 33-yard line. First down. Syracuse is up 7.
Syracuse in the flex bone now. Tarkenton has great run blocking. Defender peels off and stops him after 16.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 18-yard line. He's going to try and scramble. Just throws this one away.
Nobody open, and Tarkenton throws the ball away.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive. 5 wide. He's on the run. And he tackles him hard. To the 20.
Tarkenton can't escape
Quarterbacks
and loses 3.
have a really unique relationship. A quarterback should take care of his offensive lineman. But after that play and that hit, you really got to be wondering what kind of relationship this quarterback and his offensive lineman have after that.
And they'll look to convert here on another 3rd down. Syracuse is up a score.
3rd and 13 now here for Syracuse on the 20-yard line.
They'll call a timeout here to avoid a delay of game penalty. This is the 10th play of this drive.
Tarkenton under center on 3rd and 13. Play action. Allworth is wide open playing tight end. 17 yards. It's 1st and goal. He had a defensive end manned up on him.
I felt really good about that until timeout. Maybe that was at the timeout.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1st down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here.
Tarkenton scrambles out, and he is in the end zone standing up.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Ranked number 6. This is a game we've been watching closely today. Back and forth they go, two heavyweights slugging it out. The Seminoles have the lead, 14-9.
14-0 in this one, Reese. They line up to kick this one away. He really got a hold of that kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. They're ready to begin another drive. Quick pass, and they make the stop. Right around
Tony Vickers is wide open and gets 11.
Miller hits it on the inside. He's tackled around the
Mark Miller gets 16 after breaking a tackle.
That's all you need. It's the one thing you just can't defend.
quick throw. And down he goes at the 29.
Vickers for 19.
Innate ability to get just enough distance from a defender to make a completion possible. You don't see it from every receiver, but this guy's got it.
Straight ahead on the
Miller loses one this time.
These corners are showing that they're not afraid to come up and make a hit. Even if they aren't playing pass, they know how to disrupt the play.
fires it out.
The screen goes for 3.
The 27-yard line.
Third and 8 now.
Syracuse gonna
And Syracuse calls a timeout.
out of the half.
Mm-hmm.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 19. Here comes the pressure. Fires it quickly. Throws it in.
Darren Andrews with an incredible catch in coverage.
And he converts the extra point. Frank has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep.
Krause, he's got great blocking. Ooh, but one guy gets through and stops him at the 27.
Syracuse offense is just clicking on all cylinders, Herbie, right now. It's everything they planned for, and it's all working.
Everything is coming together for this offense. They seem to be getting better with each series. And, this game started where this team was, they wondered if they were going to be able to move the ball against this defense. And I think right now, they seem to, as I said earlier, they seem to be growing with their confidence with each possession.
And Tarkenton to Allworth.
Quick throw to the tight end.
Gets him 23 yards and across midfield in one big play.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 49. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers.
Another 20-yarder to Allworth. This one over the middle. Nobody covering him. Anderson this time over the middle, and that's a quick response by Syracuse.
He splits the uprights with the extra point.
By the power of Grayskull. Cringer became the mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret.
We'll see if they have the same strategy here.
Gonzalez gets 15 on the corner. Chris Robinson 2 yards over the middle.
Boy, this defense has a lot of speed. They're all over him by the time he caught the ball.
From their own 42-yard line.
2nd and 8.
Second down.
And Brian Ross loses 11 when he can't get the screen pass off.
The quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna catch it too. Another one bites the dust. Shoot out.
Back-to-back sacks put the Hurricanes behind 4th and 27, forcing a punt.
Brown is back deep to return the punt.
A good move, gets Krause across the field, but there's a flag on the play.
45-yard line. Flag on the play. Let's see what it is. Flipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 32-yard line. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Now he's scrambling. He gets rid of this one.
And Syracuse throws the ball away, and there's a flag on the play. And they call intentional grounding that. You don't see that very often.
Try to avoid taking the sack, but sometimes going down is better than making a mistake like this.
2nd and 21.
Second down and a ways to go because of the penalty. Takes it up the middle for a nice run. Miami will have 1 timeout remaining. From their own 26-yard line. It's 3rd down. Play fake. Here comes the defense. Now he tries to buy some time.
And Allworth, after bouncing off the sideline, comes back over the middle for a big saving play.
First and 10. Ball on the 10-yard line. They'll need to hurry to get this off. Looks like they didn't get the play off quick enough.
Delayed game, offense.
Possibly some miscommunication there.
First and 15 from the 15.
Here. He's going to scramble. Room around the corner. And they push him out.
Darkington scrambles for 7 and out of bounds. Takes 6 seconds, 2nd and 8 from the 8.
At the 8. Second down.
And Darkington gets another delay again.
So the delay of game will move him back a few, and I'm pretty sure the coach isn't happy with his quarterback.
Moves it back to 2nd and 13 now.
Second down, 13 yards to go. Ball on the 13.
25 seconds, 2nd and 13.
Scrambling around. Steps out at the 7. Sanders picks up 6 yards with that grab. again they'll come to the line trying to convert on third down. Fires quickly, and he's got his receiver for the touchdown.
hate me now. I won't stop, but I won't stop now. Can't stop, cause I can't stop now. You can hate me, you can hate me now. I hate you too, but I won't stop now. Come on, come on, cause I can't stop now. Come on, you can hate me now. You can hate me, do it now. You can hate me now. Do it now, I told you, do it now. Let's go.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
Knight looks ready to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. It's still only the second quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I've got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout. There was some movement along the line. Let's get the call.
Encroachment, defense.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty. They go with the back, and he's hammered in the backfield.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd down, 8 to go. Ball on the 27-yard line. We've played a half. Syracuse leads 28-7.
All right, some quick stats. Not too many because I've got a sore throat.
Glad to have you with us in the studio for the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis and David Pollack here completely locked in on that first half. So far, so good for both offenses in terms of taking care of the football, but now the defenses are ramping up the sense of urgency in terms of trying to get the ball back to their offense.
Absolutely. You got to find Reese, these ball hawks on defense. They need to find the football. They need to make some big plays, create some turnovers. How about using that hit stick a little bit? How about knocking somebody silly and making them drop the football? I mean, defense's #1 priority is trying to turn the football over, try to make a big explosive play for your offense so they can do more damage and they can take the ball down the field. So those ball hawks need to show themselves in the second half.
Looking forward to seeing this second half. I think there's certainly a want for victory.
A want and a need for victory. Some teams need this victory, Reese Davis.
Want, need, got to go get it either way. Brad and Kirk are there to deliver.
Very different rushing stats. 120 minus 14. Much better on third down than Miami is. No turnovers. And dominant time of possession.
Syracuse coaching staff will go out tonight. I think the offensive coordinator should buy the defensive coordinator his meal.
Well, the defense has been great. There's no doubt about it. But I just think that the offense that they're facing has just been so conservative, so predictable. It's made it very easy for this defense to have a dominant game.
Vickers over the middle breaks a tackle to get first down.
Tackle right around the 36-yard line.
Ross throws the ball away.
I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
From their own 36-yard line. Second down.
Brad, this corner just made a great play on the football. You wonder if he's starting to maybe get into the mindset of his quarterback.
Deflection by the corner who jumps the route. Great defensive play.
To try to come up with a completion.
And that's what the defense wants to see to begin the second half. A 3 and out.
Fourth and long here.
Kraus muffs it and falls on it and
You got to see the ball
makes no gain.
while not worrying about being hit.
They were doing jumping jacks at halftime.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. And he carries the ball for a nice gain. 7-yard scamper on the keeper.
They did have a very good game last week.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
Hand off to Biner. He gets first down.
Tackled after a decent pickup. It's first and 10. All on their own 40. Brought down at the 42. 2-yard line. It's second down.
And they call that a first down as Tarkenton leans over the line. At midfield. Ernest Biner out of the backfield with great blocking, gets 9. And Biner gets first down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 38-yard line. Tackle around the 29-yard line.
8-yard run for Biner. Excuse me.
It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
Hand off to Wycheck on second down, who gets 4 yards.
26-yard line. From the 26-yard line. First down.
Another handoff to Biner, another great run, this one for 7.
A nice job on the offensive line, and they pick up a gain of 8. Play of the drive. Fakes the handoff. Defense defense coming, and he just gets rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Heads up play by Tarkenton throws the ball away rather than into coverage.
Third down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. 5 wide. Now he's scrambling. And down he goes.
Tarkenton gets 2, and he's short. It's 4th and inches, about the 14-yard line. Mm-hmm.
Fourth down. So the kicking team is on the field. They'll try for 3. The kick is up, and they tack on 3.
Knight gets close to the upright there, but it's good.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Excellent kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Syracuse coaches just got to be happy. I love the coaching kid like this.
Oh, I think these coaches love to coach a guy like this, and another great performance by him individually and for this offense.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. And that one's incomplete.
Defense is there and pries it out. It's incomplete.
From their own 25-yard line. Second down. A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. And he's going to come up with a sack.
The offensive line has to.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Third and long now after the sack.
Coach Stradamus with a key insight there. And Robinson is short.
2 yards. That was a good pass and catch there, but still not enough for the first down.
That's not an easy conversion here on third down for the offense.
And they put a punt unit on the field on their own 32.
Keep everything in front of them, come up and make a tackle.
Brown is back deep to return. They get this one off, and it's a beauty.
Kraus holds onto it this time.
He's out to the 30. Tackle made in the 30.
Decent effort. He's not the type of guy to call a fair catch very often. He does have the ability to make guys miss.
The offense ready to go again. And their last drive ended with 3 points. The offense going to try to open this field up, coming out in a 5-wide set. And the defense counters with their dime look. Rolls right. And he's hit immediately.
Art Monk with a huge play to get to the 9-yard line to begin the fourth quarter.
Anticipating pass here. Now he tries to buy.
Tarkenton scrambles. He's got space and he gets in.
He's got it. Touchdown.
Thanks for joining us as it's 38-7. You'll forgive me, I have a sore throat, so I'm not as talkative as usual.
Him. They're very fortunate that ball wasn't intercepted.
Excuse me.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 25.
Time in the pocket for Ross.
He's gonna air it long.
And nowhere. A little monkey see, monkey that do there, trying to repeat what Tarkenton and Monk just did, but no dice for the Hurricanes. They now send out
3rd down, 10 yards to go.
4 wide receivers and a tight end on 3rd and 10.
With 5 wide. He chucks it downfield.
And Champ Bailey comes down with it.
Was just one of those days for this offense. Already getting blown out.
From their own 42-yard line. Second down. Empty backfield. Quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. There's a strike complete. And he's level at the 44-yard line.
Allworth with a great catch between 2 defenders.
This comes down to the
fake, looking to run. And he hits him hard at the 30-yard line. From the 30-yard line, it's first down.
Tarkenton keeps it, pitches it to Newhouse, who gets thrown back, but they give him forward progress to 3.
Here's the 8th play of the series. Syracuse comes to the line in complete control in this game.
Hand off to Biner. 7-yard gain this time.
7 on the option play. It's the 9th play of the drive.
Newhouse on the fullback dive gets 3.
Brad, that's the second third down that they've been able to convert on this drive. And this offense right now has really showed a lot of poise, being able to hold on to the football and try to maintain this drive.
From the 17-yard line, first down.
Tarkenton in the flex bone now. Throws to Biner out of the slot. Back.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
Two minutes left in the ball game. Less than 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. And he's tackled right away.
Biner on the late angle gets 9 and a first down. First and goal from the 3.
Good read and delivered a nice ball to the open man.
First and goal from the 3. They're knocking on the door. They'll stack the line of scrimmage, trying to keep him out of that end zone. And they make the stop right around the 6-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. 6 yards to the end zone. Finds the halfback in the end zone. Touchdown. Syracuse star is shining as brightly as he ever has.
I can't stop.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He sends this one deep. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Syracuse defense has really been impressive, especially these last couple of drives.
Now you start to think about how this team has played defensively, and what it's done is set up their own offense with really good field position to give them a chance to be able to extend this lead.
Well, late in the 4th quarter, this game has been over for a long time, and now we just want to get out of here like these two teams do. We have less than a minute to go. Incomplete, and that wasn't the greatest pass in the world.
Well, I don't know how anybody can throw a great pass while getting drilled like that.
From their own 25-yard line, 2nd down. He steps up. He gets rid of this one. It's 3rd down and 10. Ball on the 25. Well, the stop made there late in the 4th quarter, but this game's been over almost since the beginning. Time for everybody to...
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get to two. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up.
Donald fields it at the 40. He makes it out to midfield. Not a bad return.
Return for a gain of 10 yards.
They did a great job on their last drive, moving the ball down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can duplicate that on this drive.
I expect them to run the ball, kill the clock, and put this one in the books.
Gets to around the 42. Syracuse staff just dancing on the sideline. Their star player came through for them, and they couldn't be happy.
The Orange get the victory by a wide margin. Coming into the game, you see Tarkenton there with player of the game, 150 plus on both sides of rushing and passing. Syracuse came into the game suspecting that Miami might be one-dimensional, that it might be just all passing and all towards the one wide receiver. So we spent the entire game double-teaming the wide receiver, and as you see, gave up 7 points. Offensively, Miami did everything they could to shut down Ernest Biner, and he had a difficult day today, but put in some dirty work. The rest of the team, Tarkenton and Allworth in particular, excelled with Biner having an off day. The score, a wide margin. Miami is now 1-3 and potentially having a difficult season this year. Although, as we saw, their roster stacked, their coaching staff stacked. The only explanation for it all is predictability. Any user coach knows, certainly in League 1, if you are predictable, you're going to be easy to stop. That was the result today. Syracuse glad to get out of it without any injuries. In fact, several delay of games and intentional use of clock in protection of the very thin depth chart that was tested today with a ball control offense, but Syracuse able to do enough ball control to really overpower Miami. Syracuse moves to 5-0, and that concludes the first game of our doubleheader. The second game of our doubleheader features the number 11 ranked Navy midshipman, coached by Coach Six Gun Ninja. Six Gun Ninja is obviously, over a long period of time, one of the more successful coaches within League One. He is off to an undefeated start very, very early in the season, just after a couple of games. But that game will be against Temple, who's 1-1. It'll be the first American Conference game that'll open conference play for the Navy midshipmen. That's the important factor, and that game will be the second game of our doubleheader, coming up live on this same channel in 10 minutes. You can start your counters now. The Navy midshipmen taking the field in Philadelphia.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Welcome back for Game 2 of our doubleheader here on Twitch TV / League1 college football. We have the number 11 ranked Navy midshipmen in their opening American Conference contest on the road in Philadelphia, facing off against the Temple Owls. Taking a quick look at the Temple Owls roster, they're led by junior quarterback Donnie Moore in 86, 2 87 halfbacks, Anthony Fernando and Lionel Larson. Heath Sullivan, the true freshman 67, plays fullback. Quentin Towns leads a very speedy wide receiver core. He has a 99 speed. Cantrell, the slot receiver, has 97 speed. And they are involved both in the passing game. Tight end John Mitchell is a junior, 76. And the offensive line has one injury. Isaac Hall is out with an injury this game. He will miss today. But his backup, Mitchell, is actually 5 points better in the overall and has higher awareness. He is the backup right tackle. He'll be playing left tackle and improving the Temple O-line through injuries. An 81 left tackle with an 86 left guard, an 87 center, a 91 right guard, potentially the star, indeed, yes, the star of the offensive line, that right guard Steve Doty, a 91 right guard leading a strong right side of the offensive line, an average at best left side of the Temple offensive line. On defense, Cliff Jones, the left end, is an 85. The right end, Jeff Harrell, senior, 80. At D tackle, Michael Butler and Mike Williams, the two Mikes, will play in the trenches, an 87 and 83. At outside linebacker, Matt Jacobs is a 77. At middle linebacker, Nate Connor is an 82. At right outside, Craig Williams is an 83. So a slightly below average linebacking core, backed up by 385s at corner. Senior, seasoned veterans in the defensive secondary for Temple. Brandon Thompson, also a senior, 85. And the strong safety, James Smith, is a sophomore, 82. So a good secondary for the most part for Temple. A middling linebacking core. And Navy will hope to pull off their first win in conference play on the road in Philadelphia. They'll be playing in the Link today. Just a little short trip up the road from Annapolis, Maryland, in downtown Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, home of the Philadelphia Eagles. You see the numbers there. A+ for Navy, B- for Temple, and Navy with the number 1 ranked defense in the country so far, and +6 in the turnover department, is second in the nation. They'll be facing off against the 56th ranked offense and the 41st ranked defense. You see the numbers there. Navy with the 99 overall. Navy rocking the cream and copper uniforms, facing off against the 81 overall Temple Owls. Navy coming into this game with 2 wins in 2 user matchups. This will be the first time they're facing off against the CPU this season. Temple coming in with the 67th ranked scoring offense and 22nd ranked scoring defense. They were an 83 overall on defense. Could be slightly better on that side of the ball, but they have their work cut out for them against the 11th ranked midshipmen. with that first-ranked defensive yardage. It's a bright sunny day in Philadelphia as these two teams face off in American Conference play. Interdivisional play, East versus West, Temple hosting the Midshipmen. There's no win factoring in the decision. Navy will get the ball to start the second half. They'll kick off to the Owls to begin the football game.
Rawls has the ball set how he wants it, and we're just about ready to kick this game off, folks.
Rawls puts it deep into the end zone. It's aiming for the stanchion. It hits it. That means Temple takes over possession at their own 25.
So here comes the offense taking the field.
Out of the huddle they come. Temple with 11 personnel. Navy responding with 4 down linemen. It's a give to Fernando to the right side. He picks up 4 on the first play of the game, and Temple goes no huddle. Navy in a 4-2-5 currently. Staying with it as Temple goes with a shotgun normal halfback week. Now getting instructions from the sideline. Moore back to pass, evades, dumps it off to Cantrell, who breaks a tackle, gets extra yards, and breaks another tackle before finally being pushed out of bounds after a 23-yard gain to Jonathan Cantrell. And no huddle again for Temple with 1st and 10 now just across the midfield stripe. Moore dumps it off to Mitchell this time, and Mitchell picks up 5 before multiple Navy defenders are out to meet him in the flat. Second down, 5 yards to go. Clock running at 7:16. More instructions from the sideline for the Owls as Moore drops back and then gives to Fernando. Fernando breaks a tackle, evades Moore, falls forwards for 10. It's a fresh set of downs for the Owls. Navy stays the 4-2-5. Temple with a shotgun normal halfback weak. First down, 10 yards to go from the 33. The give to Fernando up the gut, breaks the tackle, falls forwards across the stripe, picks up 11. Fresh set of downs for the Owls. The ball now at about the 21-22 yard line is where they'll mark it. Temple puts a man in motion. Now snaps the ball. Moore surveys the field, has a pocket, rolls to his right, runs to his right, fumbles the football. No, they rule it. They do rule it a fumble. It's on the turf, and it looks like Navy recovers. The ball definitely out before he hit the ground. That is a fumble, and indeed, Navy does recover.
Yeah, no, he stepped out of bounds first.
But they ruled that he stepped out of bounds before fumbling the football, and Temple retains possession. A lucky set of circumstances there for the Owls as Navy was ready to pounce. Second down, 7 to go, inside the 20. The give to Larson, who runs to the right, breaks the tackle into the paint. He is Lionel Larson, the backup halfback, picking up 18 yards on his first carry. And Temple strikes first. They lead 6-0. About a minute and 30 seconds into the ball game. Temple will kick off, and Navy will have their first crack on offense following the extra point.
And he converts the extra point. A 7-play, 74-yard drive. And they add 7 points to the scoreboard. So the score now, 7-0. Temple is lining up to kick this one off.
The Owls kick it off. It goes a few yards into the end zone. And Wright takes it out from 2 yards deep, picks up a block, gets to the sideline, and out beyond the 35. It's a 40-yard return. It looks like they're going to mark it at the 37-yard line. That's where the midshipmen will take over for their first possession.
The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive.
Navy breaks the huddle. Moss surveys the field. Multiple receivers out on the play. Moss takes the snap, drops back, throws it complete to Reggie Henry. The star tight end picking up 16 yards on the opening play of Navy's offense. Running right to left across your radio dial, he picks up the accurate pass from Peter Moss. It's a fresh set of downs for the midshipmen at the Temple 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, first down.
3 down linemen for the Owls. Navy comes out with 11 personnel. They give up the gut to Green, and 2 defenders meet him for no gain. Going to be second down, 10 yards to go. Midshipmen break the huddle, come out in 11 personnel. Still 2 down linemen for Temple. Back to pass is Moss. Hits Green out of the backfield. He picks up 5. Now going to be third down, 5 yards to go for the Navy offense, as Wesley Green makes his first catch on Moss's second completion.
From the 43-yard line.
43-yard line, the marker, as Navy breaks the huddle. Peter Moss in a shotgun set. Moss drops back, throws on the slant route to Richards. All he does is get first downs, and Vince Richards picks up another one down to the 31-yard line of the Owls.
Could set some records along the way. I mean, that's secondary to the real work. First of all, you want to win the football game. First and 10.
First down, 10 yards to go, 31-yard line, the marker, as Navy breaks the huddle in the shotgun split big. Moss is tackled in the backfield. It's a loss of 3. Now going to be second down, 13 yards to go. The ball at the 34-yard line.
Second and 13 coming up here.
Navy comes out in an eye-tight formation. 2 tight ends, a fullback, and a halfback. Moss under center. Wright comes in motion. Moss takes the snap, drops back, throws to Wright underneath. And Kelvin Wright picks up 5 yards on the catch. That's going to make it third and approachable. 7 yards to go
Pretty soon, the defense is going to start to cheat.
from the 28-yard line.
The quarterback will have his chance to go over the top for the big play.
Third down again.
3rd and 7, 28-yard line. Navy with 5 receivers on the field. Moss takes the snap, drops back, rolls to his left, runs to his left, makes a spin move past the defender, needed to have it, got it, and picks up the first down on an 11-yard carry.
Let's see if any adjustments are made before the
Now a fresh set of downs for the Navy offense at the 18-yard line of the Temple Owls. Here in the first quarter, coming to you live from Lincoln Financial Field in downtown Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
First and 10 on the 18-yard line.
2:45 and rolling on the clock. Navy comes out in 11 personnel, 3 down line for Temple. Moss in a shotgun set. Takes the snap, gives up the gut to Green. Green gets positive yardage, 5 in fact. Now going to be second down, 5 yards to go. From the 13-yard line at the left hash.
From the 13-yard line. Second down.
Midshipmen break the huddle, come out in an eye-tight formation once again. 2 tight ends, 2 men in the backfield. Moss under center. Takes the snap, gives up the gut to Bright. Joe Bright picks up 4. Going to be third down, 1 yard to go. That's Bright's first carry of the game as he leans forward for an extra yard and a half after contact. That presents the midshipman with 3 feet for a first down. Eye tight once again. To give up the gut to Bauer, and he picks up 3, more than enough for the first down. First and goal from the 6 for the midshipmen now, as Bauer takes his first carry of the game and makes his contribution.
It's the 11th play of the drive.
Midshipmen breaking the huddle with 11 personnel, 2 down linemen for the Owls. Peter Moss in a shotgun set. Takes the snap. Gives to Green up the gut. Green falls forwards, picks up an extra yard and a half at the end of it. 4 in total. Gives Navy a second and goal from the 2-yard line as we approach the end of the first quarter.
From the 2-yard line.
6 feet from glory, Navy breaks the huddle, staying with the eye tight. The give just off to the left, and Bright falls across the defender, across the paint, and just like that, Navy has scored their first touchdown on their first drive. And as the first quarter is coming to a close, we are an extra point away from a tie ball game.
They'll line up for the extra point in an attempt to tie the game.
The kickoff goes deep into the end zone. Temple takes a knee. We're tied at 7, and the Owls will take over from their own 25-yard line. With just 6 seconds remaining in the opening frame, these two teams both scoring on their opening possessions.
This is a fun game, and I think we're going to see a lot of interesting football before it's over.
Moore gives to Fernando, who breaks off to the right side. Had space to move and picks up 20 on the final play of the quarter. And we close that opening frame locked in a 7-7 ball game. Temple will open the second quarter with the ball at their own 45, following the 20-yard run by Fernando.
We can only hope the second quarter is as good as the first. Tight ball game, folks.
Temple back to pass and sacked by the Navy defense. Donnie Moore takes a spill for a loss of 8 as Joe Sapp, coming in from the safety position, picks up his first sack of the day. And that's going to present Temple with a 2nd and 18 from their own 36-yard line.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long.
Moore on the give to Fernando on the draw, picks up positive yards, 6. It's going to turn 2nd and 18 into 3rd and a short 13 as Temple goes no huddle. Navy responds with a 3-3-5 set as Moore drops back, looks, surveys the field, and throws near the sideline, caught by Quentin Towns for 19 yards. That's Towns' first reception of the day. He came into the game as Temple's leading receiver. So far, Navy doing a good job on him on defense. Quick pass to Mitchell over the middle. John Mitchell picks up 6. That's his 2nd catch of the day. Now 2nd and 4 for Temple. They go no huddle. They stay with the no huddle. And Navy with 3 down linemen. Moore drops back and flings it deep, caught by Cantrell. Jonathan Cantrell on a 33-yard reception into the end zone. And just like that, Temple takes a 13-7 lead, awaiting the extra point. Bing, bang, boom, right down the field. Six plays, 73 yards in 1 minute and 16 seconds. And Temple retakes the lead. 6:50 remaining in the second quarter. Navy will have their 2nd possession and an opportunity to respond.
But the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
Temple to kick this one off. He's to the 20. Brought down at the 29-yard line.
This is my kind of game. We're getting a chance to see so many touchdowns. I just wonder if this offense could continue the flow that we've seen from the previous 3 series.
29-yard line, the marker, as Navy begins their 2nd possession. 6:45 on the clock here in the second quarter. 11 personnel for the midshipmen facing off against 4 down linemen for the Owls. Moss back to pass, hits Green out of the backfield. He picks up 3. Now going to be second down, 7 yards to go. That's Green's second catch today, as Moss, as well as his compatriot for the Owls, so far, so good in the percentage department. Eye tight formation for the midshipmen. Moss under center. Drops back to pass. Flings it to the right side to Reggie Henry. He's tackled for a loss of 1 as the coverage was tight. Now going to be third down, 8 yards to go for the midshipman offense. Third and 8 as Navy breaks the huddle. Peter Moss in a shotgun 5 wide set. Moss takes the snap. Throws to Henry. Reggie Henry with a key 19-yard catch to extend the drive for the midshipmen, easily surpassing the yardage needed for the first down. A fresh set of downs at the midfield stripe for Navy.
From the 50. First down.
Shotgun split big for the midshipmen. Machinations at the line of scrimmage by Moss. He takes the snap, goes to his left. There's open space. He's got the first down and more. Defenders meet him, but not before he gains 18 yards on the carry. The run to the left working well on that play for Navy, to the tune of 18 yards. Now, first and 10 at the 32-yard line for the midshipmen.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Navy staying with the eye tight. The give to Bright up the gut gets 1. The return to the eye tight unsuccessful on first down. That particular play for Navy, now facing second and 9 from the 31-yard line. 4 minutes, 9 seconds in the second quarter and counting.
Second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 31-yard line.
11 personnel for the midshipmen. Moss takes the snap, drops back, hits Green out of the backfield. He does a spin move to get extra yardage, picks up 3 out of the deal, turns 9 into 12. And just like that, Navy has a first and 10 at the 19-yard line, as we are now past the halfway point of the second quarter.
From the 19-yard line. It's first down.
Navy breaks the huddle at the 19-yard line. The give up the gut to Green. He's got open space, breaks the tackle, falls forwards after another hit. He gets 17 on the play. Takes Temple off guard. You could tell they were looking for the outside run. They had all the angles covered for that. They did not have the give up the gut covered. And Navy exposed it. They now have first and goal at the 2-yard line. Just under pi remaining. in the first half.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
Navy comes out on the shotgun split big. A Bears set for Temple. Quarterback keeper, and Peter Moss finds his way into the paint, and we are one extra point away from a tie ball game. 2:50 remaining in the first half. Navy taking the ball all the way down the field to knot this game at 14 points. Thanks to the boot of Rawls. Fernando on the give up the gut on first down, nets 0 yards. The Navy defense too wise for that maneuver to work as Temple goes no huddle here on 2nd and 10. Moore once again on the draw play, and once again Navy sniffs it out. Second verse, same as the first. 3rd down, 14 yards to go.
From their own 21-yard line, it's 3rd down.
3 down, lineman for the midshipmen here on 3rd and 14. Moore drops back, looks, and is sacked. Donnie Moore sacked for a loss of 8 as the Navy pass rush able to get home. The big boys made good solid contact. And just like that, 4th and 22, 2:06 as Navy stopped the clock.
He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. And he muffed it.
It's a muffed punt. Almost identical time in the game that we saw it in the first game. The second game of our doubleheader also features a muffed punt, and Navy has the football at their own 42-yard line. They've got 2 timeouts and 1:58 on the clock here, knotted at 14.
And offense is back on the field after running the ball very well on their last drive.
This offensive line really opened up some big gaps for the running back last time.
5 wide receivers, Reggie Henry among them. Moss drops back, looks, rolls to his left, and gets 9 before stepping out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:53 remaining in the first half. 49-yard line, just 1 yard into Temple territory. Navy with the football in a tie ball game.
It's 2nd down now. They're just a few feet away from that first down marker.
All I need to do is steal.
Quarterback in the gun, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers.
Spread set for the midshipmen. Moss hits Fuller on the slant, and B.J. Fuller picks up 11 on the catch. His first reception of the day as Navy goes no huddle. Inside the 40 now at about the 37.5. As Moss gets the ball again, rolls to his left, picks up positive yardage, the first down and more, out of bounds after the positive gain. And now Navy has a fresh set of downs at about the 22-yard line. Looks to be the 22. They'll call it the 23 with 1:41 on the clock.
We've got a 1st and 10. All on the 23-yard.
Midshipmen break the huddle here on 1st and 10. They give up the gut. Tackled after a gain of 2. Wesley Green with a 2-yard gain as the midshipmen call their second timeout. Now facing 2nd down, 8 yards to go from the 21-yard line on the left hash. There's 1:35 on the clock. Navy has the play in, has 5 receivers out on the field. Moss in a shotgun set. Takes the snap, rolls to his left. Evades the tackler, evades the second tackler, gets out of bounds and avoids contact. Peter Moss on the scramble once again. And Navy survives and advances. 1st and goal from the 4. Navy comes out in an eye tight set. Bear front by Temple. They give up the gut. Bright tackled after a gain. They'll call it 0. Looked like he probably gained about 9 inches. Second and goal now from the 4-yard line. Navy breaks the huddle with 11 personnel. They give up the gut to Green. Stopped for no gain. Now going to be 3rd and goal. Clock running at 38 seconds. 4-yard line, the marker. Navy breaks the huddle. They've got multiple receivers on the field. Moss in a shotgun set. Takes a snap, runs up the gut, tackled short of the goal line, and it looks like the final timeout was taken. And now Navy looking to take the lead going into the halftime break, sends the special teams unit on the field, and Rawls puts it between the uprights for a 3-point midshipman lead. 17-14, seconds remaining in the opening half. Memphis defending American Conference pride, locked against a Big 12 top 25 team in Oklahoma State, acquitting the conference well. The ball sails through the back of the end zone, and Temple will take over. They have 13 seconds, and they will start from their own 25.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions.
Temple comes out in a pistol strong, gives to Fernando. He picks up a block, breaks a tackle, and there's a flag on the play. Let's see who it's on. It's clipping. It's probably after the first down, but it still leaves Temple well short of a Hail Mary heave. They're going to need luck on top of luck on top of luck here with 6 seconds left, facing 1st and 14 on their own 21-yard line.
From their own 21-yard line. First down.
Temple comes out in an I formation. They give it to Fernando. He runs to the right and falls forwards for 8. And we are headed to halftime with the midshipmen ahead, 17-14. We'll pause for 6 minutes. We'll be back shortly.
We played 30 minutes. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. David Pollack and I here in the studio to break down everything that just happened in your game. This game's been everything we anticipated it being. Each team matching each other blow for blow. Just a one-possession game at this point. What do you expect to change things in the second half?
Well, it's always fun to watch two teams in two games match up the hype. And we talk about it all week and how big this game is. And it's going to come down to players making plays. And you know, the big play is something that we continue to beat into the ground, and which one doesn't give that up? A lot of times, you know, games are lost and won by turnovers and giving it away and making that crucial mistake. You can do everything right and you can execute right, but it just takes that one misstep, that one turnover to really put you in a bad position or a bad situation that can determine this game. That's what it looks like it's going to. Both teams executing well. Who's going to make a big mistake?
Just about time to start the second half. What do you think Herbstreit's first point of analysis will be?
I don't know, something to do with quarterback play, I'm sure. I mean, we always got to hear that stuff all the time. It's all about the quarterbacks.
Brad and Kirk ready for the second half.
We are set to get the second half underway. Navy leads Temple 17-14 and will receive the opening kickoff of the second half. Ball goes 1 yard into the end zone. Cannon takes it out, runs to his right, then back to his left. There's a flag on the play. Let's see who it's on. Clipping is the call. That means Navy will take over 1st and 10 on their own 11.
You just can't block a player from behind like that, or it's going to cost you.
First down, 10 yards to go as we start the second half. Navy comes out with 5 wide receivers. Moss drops back, rolls to his left, throws to the slant route, and Fuller picks up 16 yards on the play. His second catch of the day, both for first downs, this one for 16, as Moss was able to find the slant route as the play developed. 27-yard line, the marker. 1st and 10 for the midshipmen, leading by 3.
From their own 27-yard line. First down.
Navy breaks the huddle in a shotgun split big. Bear front for the Owls. They give out the gut to Bright. He picks up 4. Now going to be second down, 6 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line.
It's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 32.
Staying with the shotgun split big are the midshipmen, 3 down linemen for Temple. Up the gut, Moss on the keeper, finds space out to the left side. It's a horse race, and he is going to beat everyone to the end zone. It is a 68-yard touchdown run by Peter Moss. He explodes into the 2nd and 3rd level, and no one could catch him before he reached paint. Navy leads by 2 scores now, ahead by 9, awaiting the extra point.
And he converts the extra point.
Rawls puts it out of the back of the end zone, and Temple will take over at their own 25, trailing by 10. Here, 6 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Navy comes out in a 3-3-5. Temple throws it to the right sideline, picks up 2. Jonathan Cantrell on the catch, and the Owls go right back to their no-huddle attack. Donnie Moore in a shotgun set now, getting instructions from the sideline. Drops back and throws it to Cantrell. He falls across the first down marker. Going to be a first down for the Owls, and they'll stay with the no-huddle. Moore drops back and rolls to his right. Fumble on the play, picked up by Navy's defense. It is the 2nd fumble on the day by Temple's offense. The 2nd time they've caused a fumble. This one, it looks like, will count. It looks like Navy will take over possession deep in Temple territory, ahead by 10. 42-yard line, the marker, as the Navy offense comes out onto the field.
6 points. Do you think we'll see the same result on this one?
They ran the ball extremely well on their last drive, and until this defense figures out how to stop it, I think they'll have no...
11 personnel for the midshipmen. Quarterback keeper Moss on the play, picks up 5. Going to be second down, 5 yards to go. 36-yard line for the midshipmen. We're inside 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
It's 2nd and 5 here. Ball on the 36.
Navy with 2 backs in the backfield along with Moss. He pitches it on the option. It's going to be a loss of 3 to Joe Bright. Now going to be third down, 8 yards to go.
Third down, and they need to get it down to the 32.
Navy breaks the huddle. They come out with 5 wide receivers.
5 wide set.
Moss takes the snap. Rolls to his left. Running. He's got the first down, out of bounds after a gain of 16. Peter Moss on the quick scramble. Didn't waste much time surveying the field. Took off immediately to his left. Found open space. Picked up 16 yards. The defense wasn't ready for that. And Navy has a 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Just about halfway through the third quarter. Navy with the football and a 2-score lead. The ball at the 23-yard line. Play action pass, rolling out, and throws to Reggie Henry. Picks up 15 yards on the play. It's going to be 1st and goal inside the 10 for the midshipmen.
It's 1st down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here.
1st and goal inside the 10. Shotgun split big for the midshipmen. 3 down, lineman for Temple. Tackle at the 1 is Joe Bright. He picks up 7 on the give up the gut. And Navy now has 2nd and goal from the 1. 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Leading by 10.
From the 1-yard line. 2nd down.
2nd goal from the 1. Shotgun split big for Navy. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets the paint, and Navy leads by 16, awaiting the extra point. 3:04 remaining in the third. Temple beginning to run out of options. Kick is up and good. That makes it a 3-score game with Navy ahead by 17. There's still 11 minutes remaining in the ball game, but Temple has to act fast. Navy putting their backs to the wall with a great start to this second half.
And they can forget about returning this one. The offense couldn't hang on to the ball last time around. Let's see what happens here.
The first rule on offense is to take care of the
3 down lineman for the midshipmen. They give it to Fernando. There are 2 defenders there on the edge. They're able to take him down for a loss of 2. Now going to be second down, 12 yards to go. Anthony Fernando has had stops and starts, fits and fiddles. He has a good yards per carry average, but the Owls beginning to run out of time on that option. 23-yard line, the marker. Temple faces 2nd and 12, trailing by 17. Screen pass out to Cox. Defender there tackles him for no gain. Chad Bellamy on the play. And now 3rd down, 11 yards to go. Moore drops back to pass. Has time. And then runs out of time as the Navy defense swarms the pocket. No one was open, and Moore didn't have any options remaining. Good coverage by the secondary allowed the defensive front to make the play. It's going to be 4th and 17 here with 2:12 remaining in the third. And one assumes that the special teams unit indeed will come on the field for the Owls and give possession once again to the Navy midshipmen, who thus far in the second half have been absolutely dominant. That is a 3 and out. A change of possession and a first down for Navy. Forty-four-yard line, the marker here on 1st and 10. Ball resting at the left hash as Navy breaks the huddle. They've got 11 personnel facing off against 3 down linemen as the safety creeps up for Temple. Read option play, Moss on the keeper, picks up positive yards, 4 in fact. Now going to be 2nd and 6 for Coach Ninja's Navy midshipmen. This is Coach Spectre, 3724, offering you play-by-play for the Navy midshipmen here in Season 17 of League 1 NCAA football. 1:18 and counting on the clock here in the third quarter. 2nd and 6 now for the midshipmen. Moss drops back and throws on the drag route to Richards. He picks up the first down and a lot more. They'll call it 22. Vince Richards with his 2nd first down catch. And a lot of yards after the catch. It's going to set up Navy with 1st and 10 inside, well inside Temple's red zone. By a full yard.
From the 19-yard line.
18.5 is where the ball is spotted. Shotgun split big for Navy. 3 down, lineman for Temple. Peter Moss on the quarterback keeper, looks for a gap, falls forwards, picks up 8 off the left side of the line. Had pretty good run blocking that set him up for that positive gain. Now going to be 2nd and 2 from the 11. What could be the final play of the third quarter. Staying with the shotgun split big. Quarterback keeper again, and Moss falls forwards again, picks up 5. And we will start the fourth quarter. Moss with 177 yards on the ground today, including a big run earlier, as Navy has taken control here in the second half, outscoring the Temple Owls 14-0 in the third quarter. Now approaching the fourth, and Navy knocking on the doorstep. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
Welcome back to the action here as we resume play here in quarter number 4.
Navy with 11 personnel. 2 down linemen for Temple. Back to pass goes Moss. Flings it out in the backfield flat to Wesley Green. He picks up 5. It's 1 yard short of paint. Navy on the 1-yard line, facing 2nd and goal.
Second down, goal to go. Ball on the 1-yard line.
Out of the huddle they come, and Navy's in an eye tight. Content to let the clock run. They hike it late. Up the gut they go to Bright, and he finds pay dirt. Navy leads 37-14, awaiting the extra point. We've got 7 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And Coach Six Gun Ninja's Navy midshipmen, ranked 11th in the country, looking to stay undefeated, lead by 24 points.
He tacks on the extra point. A 6-play, 45-yard drive. And they add 7 points to the scoreboard. They line up to kick this one.
A lot of fans have left the link. A lot of empty seats now here in Philadelphia as Navy kicks off. 38-14, Navy ahead. Temple's going to begin their possession at the 25. They've been running no huddle all day. They have an offense that's built to try to come back, but they are running long on odds and short on downs.
This is how relentless they run to the football.
The offense will be hoping for a little more success than they had the last time out.
The Owls break the huddle here with 7:17 left. Let's see what they have in mind. As Moore drops back and rolls to his right, panics, breaks a tackle, picks up 9, but they can't do that all day. They're going to run no huddle, 2nd and 1. Moore under center this time. Gets the instructions from the sideline, drops back, flings it quickly out to the side, and Mitchell gets the first down, breaks the tackle, but not the second. It's a 10-yard gain to John Mitchell. And the clock will move as soon as the referee sets the ball. 1st and 10. Navy fighting 3 opponents. Moore on the scramble and picks up positive and then is tackled. Sorry, it was Temple fighting 3 opponents. That's the Navy defense, the coaching of Six Gun Ninja, as well as the clock. There's an injury on the field. It might be that Temple went and got their quarterback hurt.
Second down now. They need about 4 yards to pick up the first. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shot.
It's a spread set for Temple. And Smith is in at quarterback. Flings it to the left to Wade. He picks up the first down. 16-yard completion to John Wade. Moves the sticks. as Temple has to go to their backup quarterback, Mark Smith, now the passing player for the Owls. Takes the snap, drops back, flings it over the middle of the field, gets the first down to Carl Walker. He picks up 11. 6:14 on the clock. Staying with the no huddle, staying with the spread, and Smith drops back, quickly releases it to Walker. He picks up the first down. Carl Walker with the 10-yard catch. Not going to be 1st and 10, just outside the 12-yard line, almost the 13 for the Owls. Smith drops back and throws it to the sideline to Cantrell. He breaks one tackle, but the second defender's right there on top of him. They tackle him inbounds. Now going to be 2nd down, 3 yards to go. Mark Smith gets the snap, flings it to the out route, and John Wade scores 6 points for Temple. And with 5:32 on the clock, Temple draws back within 17, awaiting the extra point. They're going to go for 2, try to get it within 16. Trailing by 24, that is the coach's call. Man in motion left to right. Smith drops back and finds pay dirt on the scramble. Mark Smith quickly makes the decision. And Temple pulls within 16. That's 2 scores with 5:32 remaining. But they have to surrender the football. And the Navy midshipmen will take over possession of the said football at their own 25 following the touchback, leading 38-22 here in the 4th quarter.
Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step up.
Shotgun split big for Navy. Moss on the keeper and pitches it out to Green. He's got the first down and more. Stays in bounds. That's the 242nd rushing yard of the day for the Navy midshipmen. Navy breaks the huddle at their own 43-yard line. They line up in the shotgun split big set. Moss keeps it, loses a yard out to the left side. Now going to be 2nd down, 11 yards to go. Moss has got an 11 yards per carry average on the day with 176 yards on 16 carries.
From their own 43-yard line. 2nd down.
Now lined up with 11 personnel are the midshipmen facing 2nd and 11. Moss takes the snap. Flings it out of the backfield to Wesley Green. He picks up 7. Now 3rd and approachable. 4 yards to go. Just a shade over 4 minutes remaining.
about 4 yards away here on 3rd down.
Navy breaks the huddle with a 4 wide receiver, 1 tight end set. Moss on the slant to Richards. Vince Richards picks up the key first down. Keeps that clock moving, keeps Navy in possession of the football. With 3.5 minutes to go, the ball now at the 37-yard line. Navy still ahead by 16.
From the 37-yard line, 1st down.
Shotgun split big for the midshipmen. 3-3-5 for Temple. Moss on the keeper, runs to the right, picks up 4 across the middle as he falls forwards. Now going to be 2nd down, 6 yards to go. We're inside the 3-minute mark. Navy with possession of the football, leading by 16. In their first game in American Conference play, the Navy midshipmen last year won the American Conference Championship. This year, hoping to repeat that, hoping to get off to a 1-0 start here in conference play. We're in season 17 of League 1. This is Coach Spectre giving you the play-by-play for Coach Ninja's Navy midshipmen. They give it to Bright, and he's got room and more. Into the paint he goes. Navy with another touchdown. There you see another American Conference team, Memphis ahead with 57 seconds remaining against number 18 Oklahoma State. The American Conference offering up challengers Arkansas, now 3-0, no 4-1, winning against Texas A&M 31-24. The A&M job may be up for grabs at the end of the season if they continue to falter in that fashion. Navy now set to kick off ahead by 23. There's 2:16 on the clock. Temple will receive the ball deep in their end zone. The heel goes out of bounds on the catch. That's an automatic touchback. Going to be possession at their own 25. Trailing by a lot. We're here in week 5 of season 17 in League 1. Towards the end of the second game of our doubleheader. In the first game, you saw my number 2 ranked Syracuse Orangemen win over Miami 45-7 in Florida. We will update you at the conclusion of this game as to what you can expect for week 6 of League 1 action for these two teams. You can follow both Ninja's Navy and Spectre's Syracuse on this channel, as well as at least 2 other League 1 teams on a regular basis. Both Duke and Central Michigan broadcasting their games. You'll be able to connect to those via either this Twitch channel or the League 1 website. You'll find both of those addresses at the top of the screen. We hope you'll join us on this long journey where we have all of the schedules cranked up, all of the difficulties cranked up, the rosters cranked up, everything in advantage of the CPU. We play on the most difficult sliders. We play with recruiting restrictions that only allow us to recruit so many good players so that most of them wind up on CPU teams. We do everything we can to make CPU games competitive and provide a challenging environment, making it as difficult for a user team to go undefeated as it is for the CPU. we have found, getting to 17 seasons, as there's an interception by Manson. That's the third turnover of the day for Temple, closing out a great defensive chapter by the midshipman defense. But continuing with the League One motif, we do provide as many challenges, we do put as many hurdles in front of user coaches so that CPU games remain competitive. We have found that in extending the life of a dynasty, it is crucial that CPU games are just as challenging as user games. Navy answering the bell today, leading 45-22. The pitch out to Green, spin move, excellently timed, gains an extra 10 yards, turns 5 into 15, and Wesley Green adds to his total on the day. Now with under 90 seconds remaining, Navy with another 1st and 10 at the Temple 43-yard line.
From the 43-yard line, it's first down. A little over a minute in the game.
Shotgun split big for Navy. 3 down linemen for Temple. Moss on the keeper, picks up 1. Going to be 2nd and 9 from the 42.
Navy just took their first timeout.
Timeout by the midshipmen. Their first timeout called with 42 seconds left at the 42-yard line. Looks like the midshipmen want a little bit more. They line up in a spread set. Moss, pass dropped because he was face masked. And that's going to be a first down with 39 seconds remaining.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line. They come out in a 5-wide set.
5 wide receivers for Navy as they press forwards, ahead by 23. Quick pass caught by Reggie Henry for 14. Good for the first down. Navy goes no huddle, doing everything they can to prevent overtime against the Owls. Back to pass goes Moss. Rolls to his left, scrambles to his left. And there's a fumble on the play. It's picked up by Jones. And he's out to about the 17-yard line before he's tackled. It's the first turner of the day by Navy. Moss rolled to his left, went for the gusto. And the tackle pried the ball loose. Fortunately, the midshipmen have enough of a buffer that they'll be able to overcome that. They lead by 23 with 23 seconds on the clock.
Moving forward after a turnover is a perfect example of that.
Screen passes, Moore drops back, dumps it off to Fernando, picks up positive yards. It's 7. The first of 3 timeouts by Temple. There's only 18 seconds left. There's fewer seconds on the clock than they are trailing by points. But they fight on, facing 2nd and 3. Spread set for the Owls. Moore drops back. Out to the right flat to Walker. He picks up 10 before being pushed out of bounds with 13 seconds left. Temple now out to the 34-yard line.
From their own 34-yard line. First down.
3 down linemen for Navy. facing off against a I formation. They give to Fernando. He breaks the tackle. The second one gets him. And Temple calls their second timeout with 8 seconds remaining, facing 2nd and 2 from the 42-yard line.
It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
Man in motion. Moore drops back. Goes for the corner route, but is wildly off target. Now 3rd down, 2 yards to go with 5 seconds remaining. Temple needs 3 touchdowns in the next 5 seconds. Third down, 2 yards to go on this particular play. It's a give up the gut, and it's another 3rd down stuff by Navy. The Navy defense, the story of the day, making multiple stops on Temple in the second half. The Owls having very little to contribute in the second half on offense as Navy racked up protracted drives with consecutive first downs and followed those up with quick stops on defense to dominate the second half in what had been a closer game. The midshipmen advancing to 3-0 with a 45-23 victory, 22 victory, a 23-point win by the midshipmen, the 11th ranked Navy midshipmen. Quick look at the game stats sees that Navy had 21 first downs to Temple's 12, 479 yards of offense to Temple's 268, and 305 yards on 37 carries with 6 touchdowns on the ground. A couple of those quarterback scrambles, but plenty of action in the turf as Navy kicked up a lot of mud and grass to the tune of 305. 6 for 7 on 3rd down. Stark contrast to the 1 for 5 for Temple. And of course, Navy winning the turnover battle 3-1. Peter Moss and Vince Richards coming up with big plays for Navy, along with the defense. 16 for 17 for Moss on passing, and 192 yards on the ground with 3 touchdowns. Joe Bright, very effective up the gut, and Wesley Green equally effective. The two of them combining for 110 yards on the ground, in addition to multiple yards in the air. A twin setup for Navy's backfield, contributing quite a lot. On defense, Sapp led the way with 6 tackles, 3 for a loss as he played closer to the line of scrimmage. Navy outlasting the Temple offense, which was game in the beginning, but could not keep it up for a full 60 minutes. Navy wins on the road, goes to 1-0 in conference play. We're going to take a quick look here at next week's games. Navy remains undefeated, is hovering just outside the top 10. Let's see what the future holds for this program. For Syracuse and Navy, that concludes week 5. Week 6, we'll see Syracuse at home against rival Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has an excellent offense and almost no defense. They are involved in a lot of shootouts, and that could prove chaotic. For Navy's part, they are off next week on a bye It'll be a one-game affair next week here on League One television. We thank you for joining us for this week for League One action here in Week 5 as Syracuse and Navy go 2-0 on the week, survive and advance. Both teams looking with a bright future towards the rest of the season. One team in action next week. We hope you have a great week. Kick its ass.